Yo, we here, man. Yo, happy Sunday, happy football Sunday. Right now, prime time
Lit.
going on right now. Well, forget about prime time. I'm done with football today. So my team won. Detroit won today. Miami won. What a historical game. I'm watching that. I'm about the edge of my seat. I'm like, man, I'm hitting on my homeboys. I'm like, wow, what a game for Miami, man. Shout out to Miami, man. That jump was dope. The Dolphins, boy, oh boy. Buffalo gotta watch out. 'Cause them Dolphins on fire, man. The head coach, Tua did his thing, man. Yo, Hill, bro, over 100 yards, over 100 yards. They tight end, over 100 yards. They running back, Elijah Mitchell, close to like 60 yards rush. Man, I was excited, man. I was more excited than my own 49ers. You know, Trey Lance got hurt. We gonna talk about football real quick while the people come in. Trey Lance got hurt.
Let me tell you
And
something.
man, go ahead.
Hey, those minor receivers, the two, Waddle and Tyreek Hill, those are the two fastest receivers in the league. Nobody else better.
Yeah, I agree.
Nobody else better.
Those are the best three duos.
Yep.
And I'm just happy for Tua because he got a lot of ridicule from last year. People that they thought he was not able to do it. Right now, he had the most passing yards. Right now, he passed Mahomes close to 500 yards passing yards.
And he has 6.
Wow,
Six.
6.
Hey, he's
That man trying to go for MVP.
Yeah.
I'm happy for him. I ain't gonna lie. I'm happy for Miami. I ain't gonna lie. Miami and my team, everybody knows the 49ers. And Miami comes to see the 49ers too. So that's gonna be like another historical game. And Detroit, I ain't gonna lie, Detroit, y'all saw me today. I thought y'all were gonna get burnt. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Hey, that second round pick, he was eating, man. Man had like 3 sacks. 3. And our offense is looking good. We scored. This is the second time we scored like 35 points.
Yeah.
So hey, we can score now.
Yeah, man, golf doing his thing, man. Shout out to Detroit, man. Like, great football weekend. I know it's kind of right now. Y'all gotta understand it's prime time. There's a lot of Green Bay fans and a lot of Bears fans. So they're like, I don't know how the game going right now. I'm probably gonna watch out. I'm doing this live. You know, I love chilling with you guys. But also, guys, good news. I think y'all guys saw our subscribers has been going up. The comments been lit. People been hitting the like button. It's been great, man. We really appreciate you guys for sharing, subscribing. You know, man, we really do appreciate you guys. Remember, guys, you can also leave comments, below, because when you leave comment below, it's a good way for us to interact with you. You know, Hakeem Jordan, we came a long way. We close to 300 subscribers. I mean, we close to 300 people that's gonna fuck with us, man. That shit's dope, man.
And I tell you, hey, people, when we get monetized, I was telling these guys earlier before we started the show, we have so many ideas. So many ideas that we have in our mind once we build up. Like I said, once we get our monetization, hey, YouTube's gonna feel a chaos wave up in there in the YouTube street. They're gonna feel a chaos ratings because Chaos Culture Radio, we coming.
And people don't understand. Jordan. Mind you, this idea came from my king. This came from my king. My king had one idea, and look at manifesting. So it'll show you the power of one idea.
But let's say this. I couldn't do it without them.
Good.
Listen, there's no I in team.
No.
Manifesting this takes a whole team. And let's not forget the people who are in the background.
Yes.
God is
forever. Urban Noise. You got
Urban Noise.
Jabari
of Herman.
John Smith.
John
You know what I mean?
DJ Triumph. Ray. You know what I'm saying? Everybody up there fucking with us since day one. Our family members. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, shout outs to Jordan's wife for supporting
Jordan's wife.
You know what I mean? So it's a bunch of things in the background. Bunch of people in the background who make this platform big. And people, to make this even bigger, share, subscribe, and like. If you want some real people from Miami to speak about real issues, who not gonna have a bunch of chicks just around them, It sounds like I'm throwing shots, but I'm not. Talk about some real shit. Push us. We're going to give the real man perspective for real men and real women.
And not only that, but remember, keep it in mind, guys, this is a platform for the people. Like you see, we interview everyday folks. Sometimes we have celebrities on here, sometimes we have local artists and business people and entrepreneurs. I think y'all guys already, the people already kind of know that. But the one thing I like about this platform, we interview pretty much anybody. So if you guys want to come on the platform, hit us up on the link below. You know what I'm saying? Leave us a comment. We'll reach out to you, and we'll bring you on the show. Because normally we don't do like everybody else. Normally people drop link in the chat. We don't do that. We try to clear everything organized and professional. So we'll hit you guys up and we'll go from there. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all go to the IG page, KR Culture Radio, New Jordan Era as well. Hakeem Bello, and Ronnie Ron 305. Make sure you hit up the IG if you have any questions about how you want to be featured on the show. You know how we get down. So Jordan, you got a topic for us, man. What you got, man? What you got in mind? Let's go. Let's get it.
What's up, everybody? So this is a topic I thought about earlier this week, and I know we sometimes talk about women. Why do women do this? Why do women do that? But we like to keep it balanced and we play fair. So this is more of the man topic, and we see around like a lot of women are have a lot of feminine traits, especially in our era. I feel like a little weak, and it seems like we don't have a lot of leaders, of men, especially in our country. I feel like there's more, people just like I said, they just like there's no. I feel like there's no confidence in the men no more. They're not confident anymore, and they don't have any structure, and learn about not just protecting others, but also protecting yourself. And all that type of stuff. And just having a drive and having a focus. And I feel like a lot of men don't have that. So tonight we definitely gonna talk about it. Get my view from Hakeem's view and Ronnie's view. And also people that's in the comments as well. If you gotta say something as well. Because I feel like this is very, very important, especially around this time. Because if you're not a leader, how can you be a leader in a household? If you're in a relationship, long-term relationship, a marriage, or whatever, we need to build that, and also, I feel like one of the reasons, men can't lead this is because I feel like this is what I'm seeing, and I see it from the streets, I see it on YouTube as well, and I feel like, there's sometimes men they chase women more, but they're not secure, they're not confident, or they don't have the money for it. And my thing is like for men, you gotta make sure you build yourself up, build a better version of yourself first, so you get that woman that you want. And that's one of my reasons just to say about that. Guys, got something to say? I can't. I saw you want to say something.
No, definitely. You're talking something that I think is prevalent. How do we make men leaders again? We don't have these kind of conversations. I think that we've been lacking in leadership, especially in the Black community, do a number of things. Who we praise and who we put up. We love rappers. We love gangsters. You know what I'm trying to say?
Right.
They're the most detrimental stuff to our neighborhood. Nobody talks about Black lawyers, Black bankers, Black real estate agents, or none of this. Nobody don't give the credit to the Black coaches, the Pee Wee League coaches, the guys who help your kids to get on schools. We have leaders on them. They don't just get praise enough. And a lot of the people who are in a certain position to be leaders, they say, it's none of my business. Why should I involve myself? Especially if we so much deep into the negative side of Black culture. You feel me?
Yeah.
We love, listen, Black people love that nigga shit. Why you think when a rapper dies, we praise rappers when they die? We never see nobody talk about anybody prominent who died. Jesse Powell just died. You know who that is, right?
Yeah.
Prominent singer. I was just reading about the man's life, how he took his record deal, took his whole family, and his cousins and everybody from the ghetto brought him to California, gave him a good life. Nobody's talking about him.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's talking about he wasn't gang affiliated. He was an R&B singer. Who's talking about him? Why is he not a black leader? So the thing is, a black leader has to be somebody with moral character, who cares about the neighborhood. Sometimes your black leader is the one who says, "Shut your ass up and get your ass in the house."
Yep.
Where the men is at? Where those men is at? Where those men who's rolling down the block, and you know he lived next door to somebody you know that ain't that little John over there? He's hanging with them niggas. We don't do that no more. Sometimes it'll be one of them niggas used to stop the car in the middle of the street. Hey, you come here. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Ain't you such and such kid? Oh yeah, but I ain't none of your business, old timer. Get your ass in the car before I break my foot up on you.
Sure.
We don't have those anymore. And the ones who are making money, they're so self-absorbed in the money that they forget what they left. How many niggas get up to that top floor and forget about the niggas down in the basement? I want to say something, but it might make me look. They might make niggas mad at me when I say this. Was you here around the time Drake did God's Plan?
Yep. I was here. I was in Miami.
He took $1 million budget. He brought 2 vans for the Overtown Youth Center. He bought a bunch of cars for some black people. Then he gave a Haitian woman whose daughter was in a wheelchair a couple racks, and then gave a scholarship for a black girl who was going to the UM. I've never heard nobody. I've never heard Trina, never heard Ross, never heard Trick, nothing like that here.
Wow.
This was a half-breed. A half-breed.
A Canadian at that. He wasn't even American.
Who is Jewish who did this.
Exactly.
Is he our leader?
Yeah. And it just tells us, hey, that's another problem. I think we're selfish.
We are selfish. Now, mind you, we're not talking about how do we make women leaders. We're talking about men, because women historically has always put in work in the neighborhood. Let's get that straight.
Yep.
Queens. We're not even going to talk about y'all. We're not even going to put y'all in these conversations. Y'all put in work every day. I know a couple right now who do activism in the hood, and they just don't get their recognition. So we're not going to talk about the black women, because they're already out here. Brown bag lunches and all this and that. Like, it's a lot of them out here in Miami doing their thing. I'm not even talking about that. Some of these girls are cooking for the neighborhoods. They're sewing clothes, getting food drives. Like Queens. Like, yes, this is why we're here talking about the men here. This is why he spoke about the men. Go ahead, Jordan. Let me
And I want to say somebody too that kind of woke some people up too. And unfortunately he passed, and that was Kevin Samuels.
Whew, Jesus.
He touched, before he got big, he was talking to a lot of men, and he was getting it in their asses. I mean, straight up getting in their asses. Because you gotta say, you gotta do better, because he saw the value of not just men, black men, but all men. There's a value in you that needs to come out. You know, stop being lazy, get to work, do what you need to do.
Yeah, sorry about that, gentlemen. My Wi-Fi was acting, so I was freezing. So I'm back now, guys. So my thing is, what's the question again? I'm sorry, my internet was tripping. What was the question again?
How do we make men leaders again?
Okay, I think the first way, I think I heard some of the stuff you said. I came when you were talking about leaders in the community. But the number one thing I think that is the fathers, man. The fathers. Most men, you can't be a leader if you was never coached or never trained or never been mentored on how to be a leader. Most men today don't even know how to be a servant. I think Hakeem, you mentioned that to me a long time ago. You were telling me how the aspect of you have to be a servant before you're able to be a chief. 100%. We don't know how to do that. We don't know how to do it because our father's not there, so we've been raised by our mothers. And remember, by being raised by women, women are taught naturally to be led by a man. Mm-hmm. So they naturally can't teach you how to be a leader. That's why you see a lot of men today, a lot of women are calling men today, they call them feminine, weak. It's because they're being an aspect of their mothers, because their mother is naturally weak. So men today don't have that aspect of a father. That was a father is very, very important. I don't care what nobody say. I know women can do it. Women can do all things when it comes to certain things. But when it comes to raising a man, I think that's one thing they cannot do. They just cannot do.
And I agree with that. Even though with me, coming from a single mother, my mom did a good job. But I know that I had to get out that nest and go out and be better. And this is why, Miami is second home to me. I will always love it. Every time I go to Miami, it's second home. Miami taught me how to be a man. Straight up be a man. Just go out there. My wife, this is how, I came in. My wife, she was finishing college. We just decided, go out there, save a little money. And like I said, we saved with a friend house for a month. We got in our apartment and just learn, paying rent, paying bills, how to treat, at the time my girl, how to treat my girl, get a car, just this little stuff, and it was like I say, it was hard, but especially in Miami, because in Miami, it's very expensive and they really don't pay you that well. They really, really don't.
And not only that, but living under your mom's roof. I'm not saying you per se, Jordan, but other men. Some men live under their mom's roof and they tend to not move out of their mom comforting because they're so used to that. So when they become an adult man, like the age of 30 and up, they don't even know how to go out there and survive because they think their mom gonna always be there to rescue them. See, fathers teach us that. Fathers teach us at a certain age, you gotta get out there and you gotta go out there and work. Like for example, my dad taught me from a young age. I don't know if Hakeem got the same story, but my dad taught me from a young age, from the age of 9, he had me working with him in the field. I used to work with him in the field because my dad was an electrician. So he was had me working in the field, big in toolbox, help him. And I used to get irritated by that. But then when I got older, I realized that, wait a minute, he was important to me, that part of the manhood. So I learned not to complain. So when somebody give me a hard task, I don't complain. I just go ahead, I figure it out, and I end up doing what I got to do. So, but man don't have that if he's always going about his mom. Because the mom not going to teach you that. Because if you, like, for example, if a man falls in front of his mom, what his mom going to do? She going to pick him up. Mom, I'm broke. Mom going to give you, she going to shoot you $20. See, the dad ain't going to do that. The dad going to be like, yo, you broke? You better go out there. You better find a way to get that $20 bill.
Ronnie, you make a great point because...
Very good point.
Because with mothers, they're comforters. They're supposed to keep you comfort. Even though you be in your 20s and 30s and 40s, they're there for your comfort. With a man, especially a father, the world is not like that.
No.
The world is not like that. It's not comforting. And the dad's going to teach you about your responsibilities, give you the tools, say, hey, this is how the world works. You need to do it this way. You got to be, you can't be comfortable. You got to be uncomfortable.
Basically.
And this is why, bouncing to Miami, to LA, because I thrive of being uncomfortable. I can't be comfortable. Every time I wake up, I go outside, I see a homeless person. Seeing that homeless person say, hey, you can be just like that. That gives me the confidence to say, hey, I can't be comfortable because you never know. Shit goes down. I could be like that homeless man.
I think about that all the time.
One of the, I ain't gonna lie, a movie, I think everybody already know, Boys in the Hood. One of the best parts of the movie that I love about that film I ain't gonna lie. When the mother, hey, it's time for you to. I did my job. It's time for you now to raise him. Take him and raise him. That's the best part of the whole film. People don't understand when the father was like, it's your turn to raise, because she even told the father like, hey, I'm not able to do it. It takes a man to raise a man, not a woman to raise a man. I'm sorry, but I know someone would debate me on that and probably would disagree with me on that, but that's the only reason why we have an issue with society of men not being able to be leaders in the community.
Hey, it's the truth. Let's be real about it. Most single household raise shooters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Hakeem, you say that they're gonna crucify you, man.
What they can do.
And the thing is, it's like stats back it up. It's not like it's lying.
Yeah.
It's not an opinion. Stats back it up. I can say I'm one of the anomaly. My brother too.
Yeah.
But my thing is like with that is, even though my mom was a single mother, she taught us of the family structure, because my mom was raised in a 2-parent household, so she knows the values of being in a 2-parent household, what it works and everything.
Let me ask you a question though. Mm-hmm. But in the interim of all this, you did have other male figures that stepped in to be there with you, your uncles, granddaddy, like you, because I've heard you mention your uncles and granddaddy numerous times.
Absolutely.
Numerous times. So so it does go back to that whole sentiment that it takes a tribe to raise kids. Sometimes we don't have tribes, we just have individuals now. Families are not just enough. You can have a 2-parent household, but we need that tribal mentality back again. You know what I mean? Where we see where we all looking out for one another. It's every man for themselves here.
That was a mentorship to me. I think it's very important. I think Hakeem, you one of my mentors. I have a lot of mentors. I got mentor when it comes to finances. I got mentor when it comes to bodybuilding. I got mentor when it comes to for the mind. Like I think it's very important for men to have mentors. That's not heavily promoted in our community. I think you know that, right? But every other community have that, but our community, they do not promote that. And I really think, and I'm starting to really believe, is an agenda to keep black men weak, because I think they are afraid if black men, the true strong black man truly wakes up, the whole world will change.
No, 100%. I want to just highlight a comment. It's something that Jordan said, but look what Jabari said. Jordan, I feel the same way. As I was raised in a single parent house, I became a man when I lived in Baltimore, one of the worstest cities in America.
Yeah. He did. True story. I know that.
Listen. This man avoided drugs, violence. So there's a certain mindset. But now, Jabari could become Jabari's an example, just like you, Jordan. Y'all are the new leaders of our neighborhood, not rappers. You can't touch rappers.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? These are not niggas who are like a lot of us are gonna live normal lives. So we need normal people to guide normal kids to where they're supposed to go. Hey, brother, go after your dreams. I told a young kid the other day, he just turned 21. He says, my birthday, man. I said, hey, I'm gonna tell you something from a nigga who's 40. Don't listen to nobody. Listen to your mind. Make sure you go after what you believe in and keep them fuck niggas from around you.
Yeah.
And I also say respect your mom and respect your dad.
Yeah.
It's important because you want to know why? Our cities all over the United States now are being ramaged and rampaged by young guys who are under the age of 25 with this notion of street shit. I want to put a lot of you niggas in jail so we can save the good ones who wants to live here and prosper.
Yeah, I think y'all probably aware. I think y'all know in Chicago, right? They just recently bought out O Block.
Yeah. O Block, yeah. Listen,
they just bought out O Block, so they doing their job. They trying to get the niggas out. You know what I'm saying? And they bringing people in that's trying to better the community. Now, that's an issue I have. See, that's a prime example of man not being man in the community. Now, the man that's there in O Block right now supposed to be able to go into O Block and clean that shit up. You don't wait for nobody else to come and clean it up. You as a
Listen.
man supposed to go there and clean it up. It's hurting your community. Go
Listen,
ahead.
Chief Keepers from Old Block and Little Dirt. Why they didn't buy it?
Exactly.
Why they didn't buy it and made it safer? No, because they perpetuate the violence that they make money from.
Correct.
Them niggas don't want. Listen, them niggas don't want. This is why Kevin Samuel says that black people need to have hierarchies like white folks.
Yeah.
You got the middle class, the lower class, and this and that. We have to have classism in the sense where it's going to help us dictate what we allow.
And people think having a class is bad. Class is not bad. Class is actually good because it makes you strive to be there.
Basically.
You're able to teach the next person and strive them to be there. So it's a domino effect.
And it also gives structure. It also shows structure.
Correct.
Definitely. You want to be poor? You want to have a poor mindset? Go live in the ghetto. That doesn't have nothing to do with me. The kids who don't want to live there, they don't want to, we'll come take them and help them out. But you want to live that negative mindset, you stay over there. We're not supporting no hood shit over here. Far from it. We're not supporting niggas being sexually irresponsible. We're not supporting niggas shooting up blocks, spinning. You know what I mean? We're not supporting niggas beating niggas over principle. Principles ain't shit without values, nigga.
That's right.
Niggas is always screaming about, oh, it's on the principle. Nigga, where your values at?
Yeah. But it shows you that's the issue we have, and when it comes to this community, the black community. So I'm not gonna speak on any other community because I really don't know. You only can read about it. I don't really go inside the community, but when it comes to the black community, the leaders starts with the fathers. The fathers. That's why I always say. That's why I say if people always ask me, they be like, the mothers fail you. I be like, no, the father failed us because the father is the one to give us the structure we need to survive in this world. The fathers.
Nigga. Think about it. Think about it from this point as well. And you saying at some point, some of us who are blessed. And listen. Somebody say, Ronnie, say that again. Listen, say it again. What? It's the fathers.
It's the fathers. It's the father. It's the truth. It's the father. The fathers. The father is the father because the father is the one that's gonna instill in us the stuff we need to survive in this world. And even people, you guys on the panel, you guys believe in the Bible, and you see we have a heavenly Father. That's why He's the source of us that's giving us life. So if we don't have that father figure in our life, there's no way we can survive in this world. There's no way. There's no way.
You're 100% right, and I sit back and I think about the kids, my sister's kids. I think about other people's kids who I know, and I think about like who are they leaders? Who do they value? You know what I mean? Who do they look up to? Who do they see as a formidable person? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So leadership, and mind you, a lot of it goes with becoming a leader is just how you dress, how you present yourself. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people.
But Hakeem enjoy. People don't understand the whole meaning of a tie. I was on a panel, and people were like, why is it important for someone to tie your tie? I told him because that's a father and son moment. Yeah. You're supposed to bring your father your tie, and he's supposed to come and fix your tie and say, son, this is how you supposed to tie your tie. Like my dad taught me. You know what I'm saying? He taught me and my brother how to tie a tie. So I'm just saying, that's why I say that's how important it is. But look, I'm instilling you something that I have within myself, so you're able to instill into your son, and then your son and son and son. It keeps going on and on and on. But we don't have fathers, so now we go to interviews. Our tie is not even tied correctly, and I think I see it all the time. Sometimes when we go to an interview, you see they ties all. It's on this side, it's on this side, and women are laughing at these men because they're like, "You don't even know how to tie a tie. I mean, you're not even structured at all."
Right. All right. You was best to go on a YouTube channel, a 2-minute YouTube channel how to tie a tie. And the thing is, like I said, for me, so I learned to tie a tie from my granddad when I was probably 7 or 8. And he's the one, because like I said, my granddad, he loves suits. He had like 10s or 20s of suits. And I remember he bought me You know, so me wearing suits when I was like a young teenager, put me in suits and everything. And
He's the Steve Harvey of the time.
yeah. Granddad has suits, so I have my I have my button ups and my slacks, and I probably have like maybe two blazers. But I'm like I said, by 6 months, I'm building my wardrobe up, getting my like I said, my cologne, my watches, and make sure I have 2 to 3 suits in my closet just in case.
But what was the meaning of him telling you have the suits? I'm curious. What was the reason?
Well, like I said, when I was I used to love going to church. I used to go to church with my granddad a lot and everything. And at the time back in the 90s, they was kind of big on wearing suits and ties and women wearing dresses and everything. But my granddad was kind of taught me, it's like I said, there's like I said, when you get older, when you wear your suit and tie, there's a different image you set for yourself. Like going to, like I said, especially going to job interviews. We like I said, if you wear a suit and tie, you walk into the world, people look at you differently. They think you, like I said, look at you something importance. You look at back at our great leaders, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, and everything.
I ain't gonna lie. I went to a party event. Shout out to my friend. She invited me to a party event, and she told me I had to dress up. So I was like, I'm not really a suit guy. She's like, you gotta look super nice. I'm not really a suit guy. But when I put the suit on and I went to this event, the amount of women that was looking at me, because I think I was like the best dressed there. So the amount of women looking at me, I think it was so shocked. Because I got dreads. So they see me with dreads, and it was neat, and me wearing the suit. For some reason, it turns the woman on. I promise you, it literally turned the woman on. I never saw. I thought they was kidding. It is real. Like, it really turned the woman on. Like, they give you a different look. They talk to you different. They say, normally they say, hey, what's up? They be like, what's up? Now they be like, hey, how you doing? Like, it's just, to me, it really do symbolize power. I thought it was a joke, but it's real.
Yeah, because they look at you something important. It's like, oh, who's this man? What did he do?
Correct.
What do you do?
No, that's true. For real.
Hey, when I went to took my wife out back in July, I had like my burgundy blazers on, and I went to a restaurant. They look. They're like, what is this? They're like, what the hell is this? Who is this man? Like I said.
So, man. Yeah, but them guys, I'm telling you, gentlemen, if you hear from me, like Jordan said, get you a pair of suits. I'm telling you, because the world look at you totally different when you wear a suit. At first, I was a big advocate, I don't think a man can wear a suit.
You on mute, Hakeem.
I came on mute.
I think he's on the phone.
Oh, he's on the call right now.
Oh, okay. But yeah.
No, Hakeem, you say you was on mute. Oh yeah, okay. You said
okay.
Yeah, no. That was one thing I recommend any person to get is a suit, because at first I was a big advocate and said, nah, I don't think a man should wear a suit. I think that's all cap. I think you should dress the way you are. No, because it's a different. When you wear a suit, it signifies a different type of power.
Yep.
A real different type of power.
Yeah, this one pair. You need one pair. You could be an all black suit or a blue suit, a navy blue suit. You have that. Make sure you have your ties. Your dress shoes. Your cufflinks, and that's all you need. If you go into a nice event or a restaurant or sometimes a bar, like I said, women, especially women, they definitely gonna look. And that will build confidence in yourself.
Listen, you said that the right type of women are going to look.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There you go. That's better.
The right type of woman. Listen, you're wearing Jordans and some cut-up jeans. The right type of women are going to look at you for that. But the women who you looking for as far as marriage material, respectable, maybe with traditional values, they only want traditional men. Traditional men don't got jeans hanging off their ass. They're not wearing the new 11s.
Hey, John Smith, shout out to you for saying the youth of today don't even own the suit. That's facts.
No, that's facts. I got me a couple of pairs of suits. I think I got like 2. I'm rocking with 2. and I'm probably gonna give me some more. Because when I saw the power in it, I was like, man, I need to really invest in these suits. It's very, very important.
Same.
No, go ahead, Hakeem. Go ahead.
No, you're right. I say an average man need to at least own 3 suits in his in his rotation.
Yep.
Yeah, Steve Harvey said something too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
my question is to you guys: will eventually do you see that man will finally some way take form of the leadership again when it comes to the black community?
I think we have too much against us. I think we have the social justice warriors.
Yep.
We have the feminists, and we have racism. Those 3 components. Now, for us to do what we got to do, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
For us to do what we got to do is we have to destroy the system and build it from the ground up. That means sometimes just separating yourself from the bullshit. You know what I mean? And I say separating yourself, you go find a group of men who thinks and act like you, and y'all create your own organization. To be honest with you, the 500 Role Models was a beautiful organization when I was growing up. Bro, you know how proud I used to felt putting out that red tie and had the white shirt and my pants was tucked in?
Facts.
Yeah.
What do they represent now?
I don't think. Do they even have it anymore? Good question. I know. I think Tyler Perry funded it one time, but that was a while back. I was like, do they even have it anymore?
That is true, but I'm gonna be real with you. 500 Role Models was predominantly to try to teach black young men to look at. We need something new like that that's going to attack. But the difference is we need to have actionable results for these things like a 500 Role Model where these kids are actually getting into trades, tech, showing what black men are doing, shadowing black men who are making money, And mind you, and there has to be a criteria for, hold on, I don't want to go over this question that John Smith said. He says, do we think we're more approachable as youth for correction than the youth today? I think our generation was more approachable than the youth are today. You can't talk to no young nigga today without him up in the place.
The thing, I don't know, people. See, I'm trying to be careful, but certain things, I won't say, but because I don't want to get the channel flagged. But I think certain people shouldn't be here. I just said that.
I'm agree.
Certain people are becoming a cancer within the community, and that cancer is really starting to spread. And I think it's spreading like wildfire, and it cannot be stopped until you weed it out, burn it out, and just do what you gotta do.
A lot of that has to deal with being sexually irresponsible. A lot of that has to deal with
that's one. Yeah.
A lot of that has to deal with women understanding the scope of what they're doing. If you're in poverty and you know you're not in the mindset to raise no kids, why even have a kid with another poverty mindset nigga? Now you're raising a third poverty mindset nigga who's gonna go out here and do damage.
Correct.
Prime example. I don't know if you remember a couple years ago where they had robbed a nail salon down here on 7th Avenue and 151st Street, something like that. It was 3 guys who went to rob. One of the young black guys came back in and let the shot off and killed the young Asian boy. Mind you, when we did the story about the black guy, mama and daddy was in jail.
Wow.
The mama and daddy was in jail. He went and killed the little Asian boy. Mind you, they already done robbed the place. They ran back. He wanted it just to get a free kill. He came back and let his thing loose.
Wow.
We don't need nobody like that. There's no hope for him. Jail is the only place we got to put some of y'all in. Mind you, I'm pro-black, but I'm also pro-human. You killing that little Asian boy, what you did? They didn't do nothing for us. You just made, now you perpetuate that we're more animals than anything.
Correct. Facts. Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So to get back to another scenario, what I wanted to say was we need a revamped 500 role models. We need black men who are doing good to be involved in trying to take care of the black kids who don't have daddies. We need to be the daddies for the daddyless.
See, that's the thing that we supposed to be taught as men, even when it comes to sex, who to sleep with and who not to sleep with. You see, that's stuff that we're supposed to be taught, but we're not being taught. Now, I take it back. We are being taught, but we're being taught by the media, movies, and also books. Those are things that's teaching us on an aspect of manhood. And I'm also going to say YouTube as well, the social media. Go ahead, Joy.
And women.
And women. Those are the ones that's teaching us the meaning of when it comes to sex and even how to pick a mate. We don't even know how to pick a mate correctly. That's another issue we have as men. We don't pick the right mate. We pick the one that we know, the city girls type women. Then when we have kids by the city girls type women, then that's when we create infection within the community. Go ahead, Hakeem.
Going back to what you're touching at and this and that, there's not enough men. Where's the black men who are married so we can show them off as an example? We used to have that growing up in the days. They just named 2 people in the comments. The guy from the West, Major James. Most of these guys were married. Where's the married black men who can show us a good example of being a good black man in society? Where's the niggas who don't got 7, 8 kids from different women? Where they at? Why they not speaking up?
Now you that, Hakeem and Jordan, pretty soon, Jordan's going to be a few people who's going to be married in the United States. Because that's not what's being promoted anymore. Now, marriage is not being promoted anymore. Women talks about it, but it's all cap. Men talks about it, it's all cap. Yeah. Teenagers talk about it, it's all cap. You already know, social media talking about it, it's all cap. Marriage is going to be only for a small group of people that actually want to acquire you.
And they don't know the benefits of it either.
Yeah.
They talk about it in a negative way, but not in a positive way.
Correct. So if they talking about it in a negative way, what it's going to do, it's going to make me like, yo, I don't want to get married. And people don't understand that it's a lot of beneficial to marriage. Mm-hmm. When you actually do your research, you see it's a lot of benefits when you marry. Go ahead, Hakeem.
The type of job I do, I don't want to get into what I do, but I speak to people every day. And I'm going to be sad. The ratio of white people that are married that I speak to black people is high. It's like I hear more women who are calling my job who are going out with other women, like not like being on the other side of the fence, but compared to when I hear a white girl who was saying that, hey, my husband is here, and you looking and you could tell the profile is there. A lot of us ain't married as black people, bro. A lot of us. Listen, I thought it was a joke. I'm speaking to people all over the country.
No, you're not joking.
It's real.
I thought it was. Listen, look at my eyes. I thought it was a joke, but it's not serious. And serious. And the fact that the ones who are getting married in our culture who are not staying married, so there's a sentiment that has to be promoted. That's why I say we're not red pill here. You feel what I'm trying to say? And I want a lot of people to get that straight. We're right pill. What's right is right. What's wrong is wrong. Point blank, period. We're not here to diminish women. We're not here to sexualize them or annotize them. We are here to put you in your place. We're all here to tell you that we're your partner as well. So where are these role models that I'm saying? Nobody don't understand marriage because there are not enough married men to tell us, hey, it's the good life. But we got one here. Marriage tame niggas from doing wrong things. Marriage makes you accountable for who you are as a person. You got to wake up in the morning to know I'm responsible for this woman and these little niggas that's with here. Okay, what else I'm going to do?
Hey, Hakeem, you're 100% correct. When I talk to some men out here, some women out here about marriage, how me and my wife have been together for so long, You know, you got to have the skill for it. And it's not just love, it's a duty.
And not only that, but Jordan, what really, stirring my gear. Shout out to Peter Griffin from Family Guy. What really stirring my gear is the aspect of some of these celebrities. They go and write songs and music and movies and talking about, oh, I'm not married. It's good to be all the single ladies and all the BS. But these are the same motherfuckers that be married, got a husband at home, and they are the most submissive woman you ever meet on this earth. But they would teach this generation, I mean, especially when it comes to the black community, because the black people are the most people that's very invested when it comes to music and entertainment. They would tell them that, oh, marriage is this, marriage is not what you make it seem. The man cheating, the man don't want to be with you. He's just there for the money, or she's there for the money, and all this BS. And I would say it's an agenda because they know the power is in marriage. There's power in it.
Facts.
There's power in it.
I want to point it just to piggyback on that. John Smith say, even if you fuck them and impregnate a cigar, you have to step up. You're 100%.
I agree. I've been telling people I think that's your wife. I've been telling people from the get-go. Whoever you pray, you gotta marry her or you gotta take care of her. I told people that all the time.
But I want to point something out to a lot of people. Do you see?
I keep that close.
I had to get close because I want everybody out there in TV land. Do you see any of the city girls? Do you see any of the city girls who we know right now and who look like the city girls getting married? Listen, has Bernice Burgos got married?
No. Right now she's dating, what's his name right now? Jaylen Brown.
She's dating Jaylen Brown. He's a young man. She's 42. Listen, I'm going to be real with you. The women who we lust after are not the women who we marry. Men marry regular women.
Facts.
Listen, their wives are cute, but they're not bad bees. The bad bees that we look and we lust over, they're altered. When we look at CEO wives, niggas who worth millions, when we look at black lawyers from back in the days, their wives were regular. Mind you, I'm not saying regular be disrespectful. Regular is actually top of the bar. Looking like the city girl, you look like an alley cat. So this is what I'm saying. Your wife, who you really going to marry, is not going to look like. Listen, the many years I've roamed the streets, hung around drug dealers, the niggas who they end up settling with after they got out the streets don't look like the girls who they slept with at the time they was in their careers. I know a nigga who I don't want to mention his name. I envied this nigga in Boston. He was a Haitian nigga, 6 foot tall, long dreads. Nigga was fucking the baddest, light-skinned hoes ever. When I see him 10 years later, and I see this marriage picture, he married a pepper. Nice looking girl, by the way, I must say. Wholesome. And I said to myself, Lord, are you telling me something?
Remember, you gotta understand something. You gotta get a woman that's on your team.
You gotta get a listen. Let's be.
You gotta get a woman on your team, man. That's why Jordan's blessed, man. When you get a woman that's on your team, bro.
Listen, I'm asking people who are looking at me in the counters, dropping the check. Do you know any of your friends, family members, or anybody who you know get money? Have they married anybody that looked like a city girl? I'm waiting.
Nah.
And if so, that is super duper rare. Super rare. Super rare. You don't see those.
See, I got a pepper. Remember, I may say, I want to take my hat off. I ain't gonna do that. My team won today. I'm gonna take my hat off. But I'm gonna tell you, that's the thing I be telling God all the time when I have discussion with men. I always tell them, most men do not go for the pretty, light-skinned, the 8, the 9, and the 10. It's just good to look at. It's just like you look at them for a quick second, they be like, nah. Because in your mind, you be like, man, she's not gonna be on my team.
Right. And the thing is, you're not just looking at them, everybody's looking at them.
Everybody
even
wants
women,
them.
even women looking at them as well.
Ooh. Let's not go there.
Yeah.
Let's not go there. Hey, even women are looking at it. Let's not go there. Listen, you just said something. Listen, most of the pretty girls are getting with pretty women. Most of the pretty girls are going over the fence. Real niggas is not marrying that.
And not only that, but the other day I was reading an article. There's something that I think we should touch on really soon. Black women, a lot of black women are getting evicted on a higher rate than their other racist counterparts.
Yep. I seen that.
When they mean black women, they ain't talking about the pepper. They talking about the pretty girl that you see up the street. That woman's about to get ready to get evicted. Because that's the same woman that don't be on your team.
You gonna get yourself in trouble today, boy.
But we're gonna speak on that soon about that. I was reading about that the other day. A lot of black women, they say they are the highest when it comes to eviction. So pretty soon you'll see them same pretty girls go be on the street. And then what's gonna happen when they're on the street? That's when they're gonna start selling the JJ, they box.
Yeah, but people, get ready for that episode coming up. Be ready for the episode because we gotta go in that episode.
You gonna get yourself in trouble today, boy. Because listen, I seen that on the news today.
It's real.
Woo.
It is real. It is not a game. It's not a joke. I've even seen the article you want me to.
They say they're independent.
Yeah.
They say they're independent.
And these are the black ones that be on Instagram, OnlyFans, they're about to be on the street.
Hey, look what John and Ronnie. Hey, Ronnie King, it wouldn't happen like that. Y'all just be submissive, get your man.
That's it.
That's it.
But we're putting yourself in a position where the leaders that we want to stay in the black community are being leaders in other communities now.
Yep. They expanded out. They're no longer in the black community. They say now these same leaders now saying the black community let it rock. They're saying it right now. They say we're done with it. We moving ourselves from among them, like the scriptures say. They say we move ourselves from among them, and we going somewhere else to the promised land because we no longer can deal with these people anyway. And even Jesus himself, even Jesus said himself, if you go to the city and you're not welcome there, dust it all, and keep on going. Basically. Don't stay in that city. So that's what's happening in this community. This community now, the leaders, the black men are dusting their feet on and say, you know what? I'm tired of the women. They're being very combative. They don't want to work with us. They don't want to build with us. They don't want to be on my team. So it's time for us to go elsewhere. Be losing the black leaders in the community. A lot of them. John Smith, $40.
Hey, John Smith said, "Get you a pepper." If a nigga know what's good for him, he should get him a pepper. Listen, you should get you a pepper and marry you a pepper, or get you a submissive Slim Jim.
And people don't know what pepper means. Just get your average woman.
Average woman.
Average.
Hey, if she got a little hips or little love handles on it, don't mind that.
She might not be a 9 to 10 in the face. But personality-wise, submissive-wise, that's a 9 or 10.
Yeah. And to be honest with you, brothers, let's really touch on this. After we get to a certain age, does looks become a factor, though?
No. I just want a woman that be on my team.
No,
that's my biggest thing. The team.
And I say this because before this whole red pill stuff come, I like to think about back in the past when I was growing up in Attapata, and I seen the many relationships that I seen that was together, and I seen black people who was in fully functioning relationships, looking all different sizes and colors and stuff like that. I've never heard people talk about this back in the days until now.
Yeah,
it was such an issue. Like, oh, I'm not gonna date her because she's like this. I'm not. Like, I've seen many people who look like different, and they raise families.
Yeah,
you know what I'm trying to say. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shout out to y'all guys, man. Hey, look, I can't look. They coming like flocks.
They coming. Who's this? Chad Focus React. What's up, Raw Dog?
What up, Chad, man? Thank you for coming, man. I'll be ready, man. We be going in here, man. Dope discussion, man. Dope discussion.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
They call me Raw Dog.
Yeah.
That's my alter ego. Here, I'm Ronnie Rod. The Raw Dog is just a facade. You know, because they be calling me Raw Dog. No, but that's the thing. For me, I want a woman that's gonna be on my team. Because this is why. When you get a woman that's on your team, then your house is able to have that structure. You won't have the headache, you will have that peace that you're looking for. A peace of mind. And you're able to grow and you're able to build your own community within your own household when you have a woman that's on your team. See, the problem is today, a lot of our men is not being taught that. A lot of men today not being able to be taught to know how to vet a woman, to how to know if she's even on your team. Because remember, a woman could be with you doesn't mean she's on your team.
That's right.
Women got a line of niggas there who are they with. They're just trying to pick who the better one is.
Yeah.
And if they could, they'll string everybody out as long as they can because it's in their benefit. But you want to know where we win, where they lose at? Brothers, your biggest asset is time. We can get old. As we get older, we get better. As they get older, they don't. So they got to be very careful on how they use their time. That's why it's very imperative for a woman to marry when she's young or to be when she's young, because when she gets older, it's not like that. Because let me tell you something. It looks very distasteful if you're an older woman dating a younger man. It look like you fucking your son.
And Hakeem, Ronnie, this is a generation of women, no matter what I ever seen, that they really believe they can extend time.
You can't extend your womb.
No.
But I can't remember talking about most of these women. They don't want that. They just want to get dick down, and that's it. We talked about that already.
Listen, I always wonder. I always ask people, why get married if you're not gonna have? I know it's there for the partnership, but if legacy is really the main thing, why women try to marry young men if you know young men want legacies?
That's right.
You know what I mean?
There's women now that's married that is young right now. They're married and they don't even want to have kids with their husband today. They choose not to.
Then you need to divorce. Then you need to divorce them because there's no need to be married. Then if you're not gonna build no legacy,
you picked wrong. You didn't probably vet. You believe you believe in that you're gonna have kids. You say no. Oh, it's gonna change in the marriage.
Listen, you could be life partners. Y'all could be life partners, have an agreement to call that marriage is a sanction of a family.
It is. But I keep telling you, when a woman's not on your team, come on, you could be married, but she's not on your team. Look, you can't even have your own legacy because she don't like, no, my body, my choice.
Listen, why you think passport bros don't be bringing their women over here until they start having kids?
See, that's one side of the story they don't talk about.
They don't
oh God, they don't talk about that.
When have you ever seen a passport bro bring a chick here? There has to be something tangible.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. They won't bring them here.
Hey, I'm gonna tell these men too, and hopefully someone make her shirt. Man, I'm tell you like this: if she won't submit, do not commit. I'm gonna say it one more time. If she don't submit, do not commit.
Corey Holcomb said this when talking to Kendra D. She said, for a relationship to work out, a woman's gonna have to bow down. You'll bow down. You have to have a man have to have some level of control in the relationship. If not, the relationship's gonna run wild.
But remember, the woman bow down to a man that's a leader. She's not gonna bow down to a man that's a peasant. If you're a leader, remember, leadership starts with you. So if you're a leader, women naturally bow down. You don't have to beg for it. You don't have to command her. You don't even have to ask for it. She does it naturally because that leadership automatically is zoom out of you. It's like an aura. It's just a zoom out of you. She know not to F with you. Sure, man, you know, like, baby, I already know you in charge. That's how things go. See, the thing is with men today, they are complaining because men are not being leaders. That's the issue.
Hey, look, he said if she won't submit, don't commit.
Facts.
That's correct.
Hey, man, look, we only looking for strictly traditional women here. A traditional woman can enhance a man becoming a leader. A traditional woman is the supporting actress to his role in the movie.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
It's distasteful to be in a situation where you have a lot of these women who look at a situation and think, oh, it's so whatever. That nigga don't know what he's talking about. Some of you niggas don't know what you're talking about. That's why you need to go back to a school to understand what it is to be a man out here on these streets.
But I can't. You say you're working on the school? You're working on building the school?
We are working on the school. Listen, we're working on helping men be better men and helping women find husbands. That's our long-term stuff. We're going to be matchmakers. We're going to have speed dating. No, we are. We're going to have speed dating in Miami. But listen, only a certain type of woman is going to be able to get allowed to date the men that we got. We talking about tech guys who own their own businesses and stuff like that, who are not looking for the ruggedest rugged. And your only requirement is you can't have date no street niggas.
And the thing about it, Hakeem, for the man, if you got any feminine traits, you need to unlearn them and gain more masculine traits. And for the women, if you got masculine traits, you need to unlearn and gain feminine traits. Because for women, you are naturally born feminine, and for men, you are naturally born masculine.
Thank you. So we're working on these things. So you know what I mean, like, fellas, Jabari got something. He says, if the glove don't fit, you must quit. If any of y'all got any questions or any statements y'all want to say, how do we make men leaders here? How do we make men leaders here? Making sure you holding men accountable makes them leaders. Not allowing the men to be foolish makes them leaders. You know what I mean? Putting niggas in jail when they need to be helps them become better leaders. I'm dropping dimes on niggas every day if I see you robbing something. Hey, that nigga up the stove. It was him who did that.
Yeah, I think we need more snitches in the community. I'm a very advocate on the snitches. Some people are like, oh, Roddy, you grew up in the hood. I did, but as you get older,
I did too.
That's the only way that's the only way the black community. We need to start snitching in our community. That's the only way.
I'm a 40-year-old man. If I know you about to do a robbery or murder, officer,
I don't fight anymore. I don't need to fight anymore. That's why you protect yourself, because the fighting days are over. We live in the days they call the purge days. We live in it like what's happening in Chicago. We live in the days of the purge days that, things gonna start getting out of control. And the only way it get better when we have better leaders within the community.
Yep.
And I stand on that.
It's like we live in the Wild Wild West.
It really is.
Wild Wild West.
And black people and black men seem to not understand that. They seem to be sleepers. We gotta start waking up. And not only that, we need to start asking questions. Like, you need to go and forgive your fathers, go and forgive your mothers, because that's the only way you become better men in this world, because this world's about to get crazy.
That's right.
And I think next year, I'll be honest, I think next year is going to probably be the worst year in the United States history.
It is. Inflation's going to hit. A lot of people going to be out their houses. A lot of pussy going to get sold. A lot of niggas is going to be robbing. That's why I'm going to get my concealed weapons license. I'm going to get walkie-talkies. You know what I mean? I'm going to have binoculars to start making sure I make my circumference safe around me.
And what Hakeem man's got a lot of be pussy, so this is what he means. When you go on your Instagram DMs or Facebook DMs, they're going to be sending you, hey, you remember me? Da, 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 da.
No, Jordan, they're already doing that already. Like, I be in DMs, I promise you, from random chicks, and they be like, yo, you want random chicks? Mind you, back in the days, man used to do it. The chicks are doing it. They becoming very aggressive with it.
Yep.
And I mean, I ain't talking about chicks that's local. I'm talking chicks from Chicago, Ohio, from Detroit.
Different
you
states.
Talking about from Houston. They just sending that to random guys. And guys are falling for by the millions. This is the era we're living in, and I thought we would never be here, but we're here now. We're here now.
Yeah, we are.
Tell me about it.
So, any final thoughts, guys? We get ready to close out.
Man, I'm gonna say it like this: build your confidence up. Build your confidence up. And this is what I'm speaking on. You know, especially men who've been in a single parent household. Learn how to push yourself out of the situation. If you have a father in the house, or in your father household, learn how to build yourself to push out. Go listen to your natural instincts and push yourself out. Even though your mother's there is going to be comforting, the world's not like that. The world is not like that. So all the men, build your confidence up and listen to your nature. Listen what's in here first. Because that's going to push you to be great, and that's going to push you to be a great leader. That's my final thoughts.
See, this is what I love. This is what I love, man. When you guys come here each and every Sunday, 7:30 Eastern Time, you see we have dope conversation. We have interviews. We talk to the people. You see how we talk to people in the chat. That's why I say this is different than any other platform on YouTube. Of course, there's other people that do it, but this is what makes us different and unique. This is why you got to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell on the right-hand side, because you never know when we may go live. We might catch you. You might catch you slipping. That way you got to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Make sure you like it. You know, and thank you for all the new people that tune in today. We really appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the new subscribers. We love you guys. See, we on the road to a million subscribers. We trying to do numbers because we're trying to better the community. This is how we get down each and every week. KI Culture Radio. We out. Peace.
Peace.
Go Bears.
Let's get it.
Oh, I want to ask y'all before everybody tells about what Lil Peep is saying. How did